Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Bringing Back Basic Gray, which is a collaboration that our friend Beth of Bourbon Creek Crafts came up with. What we do is we get out our basic gray paper and we play with it. You don't have to smash it, you just have to pause the hoarding and enjoy a bit of it. What I've started doing is making cards for our friend Kathy, who is recovering from a stroke. She loves basic gray too. She was our third in this collaboration. And so I thought, if I'm going to use up my basic gray paper, I should be sending it to someone who would like it. So every month I'm going in, the cards are probably leaning into pink a little more because I have found this layer of basic gray that's pink. You know, I don't have a lot of blue, but I managed to give her some blue right here. And then we've got blue in these. These are stickers from Urban Prairie collection from Basic Gray. And the thing that was cool about Basic Gray stickers is they were matte. So you could use any marker or glitter pen or whatever on them. What I tried to do for this card, just to jazz it up a little bit, is use my Jelly Roll Clear Star pen. I haven't used these in a long time, so you might not have seen this. It just has like a lightning bolt and star on here. No color, just a glitter pen. Not chunky glitter, just a touch of pizzazz. This one has been sitting since Crafty Eileen came in and redid. That is not the name of her design business, but that is the name of her YouTube channel if you want to check her out and find out more. Since she came in and helped me with the redo, it's been sitting in a box flat and it just won't get back in the game. I don't know if you can see on camera, but I went around the sticker on this section here and I'm trying to get this one, and I went around the Joy. I also hit the Joy with, because I found it in the same box, Nouveau Clear Gloss, which is just like those other markers that we use. It's a paintbrush it on glitter. Not chunky glitter like Stickles, more understated glitter. You know, if you're going to use glitter with basic gray paper and have the grunge, it needs to be a little understated. I just thought this might be fun, and I'm trying to add accents that are, oh my gosh, it's working, visually interesting for her. Last time we had the butterfly, it had all that texture and shine too, so just whatever we can do. I'm guessing, you know, glitter itself, anything that falls out or falls down, not a good idea at this point. Trying to keep it simple but interesting. Oh my gosh, it's working. I didn't plan for that, but I have carried it around in my pocket to warm it up, move it around, and change how it sits. But actually the shaking was the thing, because I carried it around in my pocket for hours. I think this is at least day 2 of me trying to get it to finish this. So shake them, bang them around. It was probably stuck a little bit in the shape that it had been sitting in. You probably can't tell on camera, and I'm probably blocking you, but it is working now. These stickers are like very thick, kind of like Echo Park, maybe even thicker. So pretty easy to trace around as long as you're careful and slow and you just stay against that edge. Some pens would be messier doing this, but this is a really nice, when she's working, a really nice, tidy glitter bit. Easy to do. Some of these details, they don't show on camera at all. And I used to spend a lot of time in videos doing them. And I figure it was probably boring, because when I went to edit it, I was like, oh, you really can't see that. So I think it's nice for you to know that I like to do stuff like this. I probably get in a spree. Like, now that this is out and I've been, oops, I went off the edge a little bit thinking about it, I'll probably use this on a bunch. I like to put stitches on sometimes with a black pen, and I get on a spree where I'll do that, and then I probably don't do it for like 3 years. These glitter pens, those are nice on like flowers and everything. I'm not going to do the flowers here. I'm just going to do the Joy. Okay. Now I'm so excited that it worked. And you got to see it. I'm tempted to go around the outside of the blue, but I just feel like that might be too much. I've already got plenty on this page. And then on the inside, I put a sticker and the scrap of pink. I know, it's a lot of pink, but that's what I have. If I find a blue stash, I'll make her blue cards. I thought embossing is nice, so I'll probably do a lot of fancy techniques on these cards because they add interest, and plus, as a card maker, it's fun to see that stuff, right? But I didn't want to do heat embossing 2 months in a row. I mean, come on. But this would have been a great sentiment to heat emboss either the whole thing after you assembled it, or heat emboss like maybe this top layer several times and then assemble it. It would be stiff and maybe try and fight you, but you could assemble it, put something heavy on it, and go make some coffee and take a break. Like the triple embossing that we talked about with other techniques before. There's all kinds of things you could do. I don't know that I would heat emboss my stickers. I've never done that. But if you had a flower that was like your favorite flower ever and you wanted to, go for it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this card for Kathy. The link to our friend Beth is in the description down below. If you don't know her, go check her out and see what she made. Every month on the 18th, we bring you our basic gray stash in one form or another, because they just make fabric now. So lucky for all the quilters, they've taken their grunge style and creativity and gone to fabrics. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure you're taking great care of yourselves and counting your blessings. Bye-bye.